Well, hello there, Aries. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we're doing something a little bit different for this week because we have the new moon in Scorpio on October 25th. It's also a solar eclipse that is setting off our eclipse season. So this is where we get the term October surprise. So here in the United States, at least, we have this term October surprise. Something comes up out of the blue around this time of year, and it's because of the new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio represents our secret desires, or keeping secrets from other people. And so this is a time between the solar eclipse and the new moon in Scorpio where we are asked to go within, to go really deep into our emotions and connect with those things that our heart desires, and then to allow that to come up to the surface and to take action on it. So during this next week or 10 days, you can expect some sudden epiphany news, surprise news of some sort, something that comes out of the blue that may trigger you emotionally to go deep and to figure out how you feel about the situation, what transformations or changes that you want to make in your life. So in this reading, we are going to first connect with what area of your life this surprise can come into. Then we'll take a look at what the surprise is and what emotions it may trigger, and then what transformation you can expect to have in your life, how this will perhaps change either a sector of your life or your life in general. So we'll take a look at all of that, and if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at your animal spirit. Be spirit, sweet results away. This is a lovely, Aries. This is good news that you have peace. Yeah, there's going to be actually a sense of peace that you are going to come into with this new moon in Scorpio and the solar eclipse. So whatever may occur, what occurs over this, next week or so, may trigger some emotions within you, but those emotions will help you to come into this sense of peace. So we'll take a look at what this is, and look at this. Interesting enough, you have the transformation card. That's the death card. That's the Scorpio energy definitely coming in here, trying to make some change. And remember, this is all about connecting to what your heart truly desires. You have a higher self on the bottom and the commitment with transformation. So to be honest, there's this energy here of recommitting to yourself, the transformation that you maybe are seeking in one area of your life, or perhaps in your life in general. So it's reconnecting to, honestly, what your heart desires. You see how the heart chakra is opened up there. But it could be stepping into your spiritual purpose, understanding that your gifts, your creative abilities, your love and light is truly needed by the world at this time. And recommitting to that, to going perhaps through some type of transformation. And, the word I'm getting really is education, like going deeper into learning more about spirituality, or say you're wanting to become a Reiki healer, going and getting certified for that. There's almost this energy of wanting to go in a new direction, committing yourself to going in a new direction in one area of your life. I get the sense that this is really more career or spiritual path oriented rather than relationships. So we'll see what we have here. Yeah. All right. So you have Five of Wands, Nine of Swords on the bottom. This energy, I think you're anxious. One of the things, Aries, is that you are one of the signs that this, new moon energy and the solar eclipse could almost trigger you into a dark night of the soul type of energy, going really, really into your the depths of your emotions. So, just to keep that in mind, try staying really grounded, drinking lots of water, trying to get sleep, even though you may have trouble sleeping during this time. Just being gentle with yourself, understanding sometimes that these energies that are at play are only to help you to open up to yourself and not to sometimes when we're going through this, we can think this is what the rest of our life is, or we're going to be in this energy for a long time. But remembering that emotions and feelings, they ebb and flow, and to kind of sometimes surrender to them instead of totally fighting them, but also taking really good care of yourself and making sure that you're connecting, with yourself, your higher self, and with friends and family that can help you as you're going through that. You could at this time feel nothing is kind of working my way. But look at this. You have the Empress energy underneath there, the Phoenix Rising card. So this shows that even though you may be kind of going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul, or just kind of questioning a lot of things at this time, it's to help you to open up to all the treasures that you have within, to reconnect with your soul's purpose so that you can recommit to yourself and sharing your soul's purpose, your gifts, your talents with the world. So let's see what this big news is. You have a big decision about traveling. Okay, so you may get news from a friend, a family member. You could be getting a new job offer. But with the travel card, it means that you are traveling some distance. You are going to have to choose to go in a new direction that may take you seriously on a new journey. It's like you're packing your bags. Now, you don't necessarily have to physically pack your bags. It's almost this energy of spiritually packing your bags, of leaving one world and going towards another. So you see, it's like you have the earth there in your hands. You've conquered what you can in the 3D, especially if you've been perhaps in the corporate world, or you have spent a lot of time trying to climb the corporate ladder, or however that might mean. It's almost as if you come to the end of that, you realize, I have to go in a new direction. I want to go onto more of a spiritual path. So you could be moving, okay? You definitely could. For some of you, I think you may be traveling, like trying to almost discover yourself, discover who it is that you want to become, right? Committing to finding, your soul's purpose, if you feel like you're on that journey, and with the transformation card, knowing that you want to make a huge change in your life, or at least in one sector. This whole energy is bringing you so much peace, though, because it's almost as if once you decide, yes, I want to make this change, I'm going to move to another country, or I'm going to move to another state, I'm, perhaps leaving a career, a job, a situation, a relationship. There's this energy of, yes, I am leaving. And I feel like the big news you get is either this epiphany of, yes, I want to make this change, or you could get a job offer or something, and it's kind of like, wow, okay, that's my opportunity coming in with this new moon in Scorpio. It's putting me onto this new path, and then choosing to go on that path. For some of you, it could be that the news is, somewhat of somebody else saying, okay, I want to make a change, which puts you into this energy of, okay, now I'm kind of almost forced to make a change. For some of you, I think you are, if you have been dragging your feet in making a change, there is something that occurs in the next week or two that allows you to see clearly, now is the time. I need to make this change. Because what emotions is it triggering within you? It's triggering this sense of wanting to discover, because we have the Discover card and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is all about our material things in we in our material world, right? You have been focusing on that, okay, with this with the her holding the earth, the world. There's this new discovery. It's kind of like, okay, I've maybe conquered my career in some aspect, but it's not bringing me the happiness and the fulfillment that I am seeking. So it's this energy of what else is there besides just pentacles. Okay, you could be wanting to have better health, so maybe you have put your health on the back burner, or perhaps you put your career on the back burner because you have been concentrating on your health. There's also a sense of trying to go in this direction to discover your own worth. So it's kind of like, okay, what am I here to do? Yeah, you have the Ace of Pentacles, a gift from the universe. This is triggering emotions about your self-worth, your fulfillment, your satisfaction, your happiness, what it is that you truly want out of life. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, you have the Tower coming in. Yep, you're reassessing. My goodness, I really do feel like for some of you, and it won't be, I think there's two case scenarios, so we'll look at both. Okay, there's a Tower moment that comes in. Something is shaking. You're getting some type of move. I mean, some type of news about perhaps moving or traveling, or you could get laid off, right? Or there's a big shift. And so it's kind of like, okay, I have to move in a new direction. For some of you, you are making this choice. For others of you, you are being forced into this choice, okay? It comes in suddenly, whether it's an epiphany on your part or this news, right? And you're reassessing. It's kind of like, okay, I got this news. Maybe you got news from your boss that the company is going to close in 6 months, right? So you get the news suddenly, right? And then it's kind of, okay, I have to reassess. It could be that perhaps at work you were up for a promotion, right? And you didn't get the promotion, okay? And you're kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. I've put a lot of time and energy into this company, but I didn't get the promotion. Okay, so how do I feel about this company? I feel like I'm giving a lot, but I'm not getting a lot. Could be the same thing with a relationship, right? Somebody, says something to you, puts in some news, right? And you're kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. I put a lot of time and energy, but am I getting what I'm giving? Because there is this sense of energy of the Emperor here. What is it that the Emperor wants? Well, the Emperor wants to know what the future holds, but the Emperor is kind of also this energy of standing in your power. This is your power. You represent the Emperor, standing in your own power, understanding that you're no longer going to give to situations that you are not also getting the same amount back. So it's stepping into your power of understanding. I'm listening to my heart. I'm going in the direction. I feel like for you, you are truly changing directions in some area of your life. I'm changing direction. I'm recommitting to myself because I feel like you're suddenly realizing that something you have been putting a lot of time and energy into is not, supporting you in the fashion that you are wanting it. Okay, so what transforms in your life? You're taking a hot minute here. Okay, we'll call it that, with the Hanged Man energy. You're surrendering to this journey. You're kind of like, okay, it's almost as if you get this news and you say to yourself, I think this is the universe telling me that I need to go in a new direction, right? And it's finding that different perspective. And it really, I don't think you sit there very long. I think you get this news. You may be disappointed, okay? But then you suddenly realize, wow, this is also an opportunity for me to make a change that I think you have been thinking about. This is not like something that you haven't kind of been thinking about. In fact, I think you're manifesting it. It may not come in exactly the way that you thought it would, right? But it's almost as if you see the opportunity in something that doesn't at first appear to be an opportunity, right? And then you're stepping into this energy of planning and taking action. It's kind of like, okay, what am I going to do? You have the 10 of Cups. You're asking yourself, what is it that I really want? You know, you could have been putting a lot of time and energy into a career and you realize, I have no friends. I don't have a romantic partner. I have nothing but money in my life, right? Or you could have, with the Queen of Pentacles, been putting a lot of time and energy into your family, because the Queen of Pentacles is about family, taking care of your family. Perhaps you have children, maybe you're taking care of older parents, you're doing a lot. It's almost kind of like you're helping everybody else out, but you don't have time to discover who you are or what it is that you want to do. And suddenly you're realizing, wait a minute, I'm putting time and energy into things, okay, that are things that maybe you want in your life, but you're like, I don't have any time or energy left for me. And it's looking at your life and saying, okay, wait a minute, I'm shifting back onto me. What is it that I want for myself, right? And I'm going to make those changes and act on them. I love that energy of acting. It's not like, okay, I'm going to say I'm going to start this in 6 months. I think you really are just putting it into action very quickly. So let's see what's under the 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're walking away from something. The 8 of Cups is walking away from something that's not bringing you the satisfaction, the fulfillment that you are really looking for. So you've decided, perhaps you're deciding money is not as important to you as it was at one time. Or perhaps you're putting a lot of time and energy into a job or a career that you thought would pay off in the future, and you're suddenly like, wait a minute, I'm working all these hours, I don't have a lot of money, and I also don't have a lot of extra time. So that's kind of hard. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, you're moving on. You don't know what the future holds, okay? You don't know what the future holds, but this is really interesting. You're like, I don't care. I'm moving on. I want to find more peace in my life, because the 6 of Swords is about moving from turbulent times into calmer times. And you have the Peace card here. You're like, I want more balance in my life. And you're not sure what this new path is going to bring, except that you know it's got to bring you more than what you have right now as far as fulfillment in your life. And look at this. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. An offer is coming in that is going to help you bring more balance into your life. All right, so let's pull a Soul Truth card here. Wow, that is actually a wonderful, I think for some of you, you may be slightly anxious about what this news is, right? But I'm telling you, you already know what it is. It may not come in exactly the way that you think it's going to come in, but it's something that you have really been thinking about manifesting. So it is kind of, and they're pointing out, sweet results await, right? You have been waiting for these results for a while. You have been really putting it out to the universe that you do want to make a change, okay? And it is the number 7, very spiritual number there. So the universe is divinely timing this around this new moon in Scorpio, the eclipse season, bringing this big change into your life. Does my life have a room for more pleasure and play? And I'm not surprised, because I did have that energy of you're putting a lot of time and effort into a career, a job. You're hoping to build, money. There was a sense of you wanted financial stability, but I really feel like you're thinking, I'm not satisfied. I'm not fulfilled. I'm putting a lot of time and energy into something that's really not fulfilling my heart, what it is that I really want to do or how I want to feel, or perhaps taking up too much time so you can't have relationships outside of your work sector. So in what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work? Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? So I'll put that up there. And then I wanted to mention while I was reading that, they also gave me another message. For some of you, you could be kind of like working under, okay, in your career or something. You know, you have a boss, you have people above you rank wise, right? And you're getting fed up of being in that, and you're deciding to go out and start your own business, okay? Because you're kind of like, if I'm going to put this much time and energy into something, I want to own it. I want to be the emperor. I want to be the top dog. So, all right, well, we'll leave it there. Aries, I do wish you so much love and light in this situation, all your situations, and I hope you enjoy your October surprise. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.